I've been here since 11:52. This man was stopped. He was pulled over on the side of the road here. I believe is an African American gentleman. I'm not positive. He's talking to the officer right now. Um, it was originally 11:52. Then another cop car came about 9-10 minutes later. A second one, and parked behind him. I'm not sure what the reason for the stop was yet. I'm also not sure if the other unit was a canine unit. Right now, that seems the gentleman is talking and saying something to the officer. I'm going to stop talking for a second and try to listen, see if I can hear anything. Let's see if I can zoom in. It's too much too blurry. We'll zoom back out. I'll zoom back in. Okay, they're talking about something. Can't really hear what he's saying. If anything gets physical or they go to arrest him or if any movement happens, serious movement, I will get closer. Not too close, like not off my property. I'll just get on the edge of the grass, but I'll get a better view. But right now, I think I should just stay back in case anything happens. Like I said, I'm not sure what's going on with this man who stopped yet, but he's been stopped. Let's see. The time I saw it out was 11:52. It's 12:06 now. I went from a big boy. I got two of them. Really getting his license and registration or something. I see him reaching around. It looks like maybe grabbing his glove box or behind him or something. I'm not entirely sure, but they seem not to be surprised. I guess he's getting something, I don't know, some kind of documentation probably, based on what I know about these types of stops. So far, there's been nothing unusual other than the length of the stop and the second cop arriving like 10 minutes later, but it might have been backup. He might have been waiting for backup before he approached the individual for whatever reason. Perhaps he was concerned about his safety. Perhaps something happened. I'm not sure. Couldn't tell. But I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on right now. The guys, yeah, I don't entirely understand what I'm looking at. The guy was reaching around. The cops yelling at him through the window. The other cop went to the second vehicle. The first cop vehicle out of two vehicles, and I guess he talked to someone in there. So I guess there's another cop in that vehicle, probably, if I were to guess. And now the other cop just walked around the other side, and he's approaching the rear of the vehicle with a flashlight. Ow! And he's flashing it towards, I guess, inside of the vehicle. I don't know, perhaps he was concerned with the guy reaching around in the dark. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what the guy's reaching for. Right now, there's a cop on each side. I just think it creates a situation in which somebody probably gets real stressed a lot faster than they would But I don't know. This has been going on a while now. The stop started at 11:52. To my knowledge, it's now 12:08. So 52, 12:02, 12:12 would be 20 minutes. I've witnessed the stop going on, and I'm not sure what they're doing. Like, they just keep looking around. He's like just chilling there, and they're just shining the flashlight in his window. There's both of them there to talk to him. Sure, I can't tell from here which officers are responding. I can't see their faces from here. Can you see the quality on the live by chance? I'm gonna see the guy who's talking. He's good. The guy's explaining something. He's moving his hands around, like pointing behind them. I'm not entirely sure why or what. But this stop's been going on an awful long time. I'm not sure what they're still waiting for. Did he do anything or did he not do anything? That's the question. I don't know. I know he's been here for a while, and I still don't know why they stopped him. I know that it was about 10 minutes before the second cop car arrived. I know that they were talking to each other for a moment. At times it got loud. Now here's a third officer walking forward. I believe this is the officer right there, but you can't really tell from here. But I like to keep the camera far, so if I have to video edit to zoom in later at a high definition, it's better than zooming in now and fudging the quality. Trust me, it's best this way. Like I said, if I see any action or if he has to get out of the vehicle, I want to get on the grass and look and get closer and get a better view. But until I see him exit the vehicle or them do anything, try to force anything, I will not move from this spot because I'm on my porch and it's the best place for me right now. But even if I do move and get in the grass, it's still on this property. I'm not going to get close. I know how that goes. You don't want to get officers. You don't want to get near officers while they're in the middle of doing something. They'll say you obstructed and then charge you with all kinds of nonsense. So just don't do it. Just keep your distance to an extent. But yeah, this stop has been going on. Let's see. Yep, 20 minutes now. 20 minutes. I will stay and keep everyone updated. I'm not sure what's going on still. They're still talking to him. I don't think he's opened the window. He might have. It looks like he's talking from the other window. He might not have opened the other window for whatever reason. I know I saw him originally talking to him through that window. Well, like I said, there's 3 officers now. I see another officer getting out of his vehicle. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 officers. Now 4 officers are not in their vehicle. And so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 officers now. There's 3 directly surrounding his vehicle and 1 on the sidewalk. I'm going to get a little bit closer so you can see better. Well, that's not a better image at all. Now you can see another cop car over there in the distance. So there's 1, 2, 3 cop cars now. There's originally 1. The stop started at 10:52. It is now 12:13. Sorry for all the lights all over the place, the flickering. It makes it hard to see, but like, if anything happens, that's dealt with. Maybe I can edit it out later. I don't know. It's important to me just to get the high definition video. If we need to zoom in later, we can do that. If we need to enhance anything to see anything, we can do that. But it's best not to zoom in and mess up the clarity of the image prior to that. But they're going through an awful lot for this gentleman. I'm not entirely sure what the stop was for. But again, it started at 10:52 a.m. and then at around 11:02 a.m. It started at 10:02 or 10:52 p.m. I'm sorry, and at 11:02 p.m. there was another officer arrived, and there was two. I don't know when the third one arrived. I couldn't see that one when it arrived because I was up on the porch. But all in all, so far the stop has taken, let's see, 22 minutes, and two more police cars arrived since the initial stop. And I'm not sure what the reason of the stop was or what issues the gentleman in the vehicle, if any, was giving to the officers, or if there's something else going on. I'm not entirely sure. But hopefully this stop is done with sooner than later, and whatever's going on is handled. But right now I just see these cops walking around talking to each other. There's the three officers are talking to each other in a circle, and then the one officer is at the driver's side vehicle of the gentleman, and I guess speaking with him. Sorry for the silence, I'm trying to hear. Plus, there's not really anything new going on, just the same stuff. When this stream is over, you can probably hear it from the beginning. Original stop was 10:52 p.m. 11:52 p.m. I'm sorry, that was what it was. 11:52 p.m. 12:02 a.m. That's what got me screwed up. 12:02 a.m. Around then, the second cop arrived, and then it is now 12:17, which is knocking on half an hour here soon. Sorry, my math skills aren't that great. Did the other officer leave? The one behind him? Can't even tell anymore. Oh no, he didn't. His light's still there. Just blinded me. Can't even see it anymore. I understand making it so people can see you, but blinding everybody around you, I'm not sure how that helps entirely. Okay. Fire truck. Guess that's going somewhere else. Oh, and there's whatever the hell that is going with it. Looked looked like some other fire-like truck, but it had lights on the bottom. I don't know. Looked pretty cool though. I just see another officer's car in the back open. This officer seems to be doing something on his little, I don't know if it's a tablet or a phone. Not entirely sure what's going on now. Like I said, this live stream is going on 1540. I recorded about 2 minutes prior to that, and then I don't know how long it was going. I wasn't recording. I just know it started at 11:52 p.m. 11:52 p.m. This stop Eastern Standard Time. 11:52 p.m. on September 5th. It is now Thursday, September 6th at 12:19 a.m. So 11:52. 12:02, 12:12, 12:22. It'll be half an hour. So it's been 27 minutes. The stop has been going on for 27 minutes. I still don't know why. I'm not entirely sure. Come on, guys, either do something or don't do something. Tell them to get out. Like, tell them you gotta go. You don't got anything. Whatever it is you need to do. Just stop wasting the taxpayers' time. Taxpayers' dollars and everybody's time. Either he did something wrong, you had a reason to stop him, and he needs to get out, or he didn't do anything wrong, and you need to stop messing with him. I think it's pretty simple, but it doesn't seem necessary for it to take this long. So if he's not under arrest, if there's not any allegation of any crime being committed, and if he's just staying in his car because he's not done anything, then just leave him alone and stop messing with him. But alternatively, if you believe he committed a crime in which he needs to be arrested or needs to get a ticket, then I guess the issue is they need him to sign it if he gets a ticket. If that's, which I'm not sure, again, because I don't know why he was stopped. I'm just trying to think of why they could possibly be doing this way. Unless maybe they're trying to give him a ticket and he won't open the door or open the window and just sign it. I'm not actually sure what they're supposed to do in that situation. I think they're supposed to just document that they attempted to give it to him at what time and that he refused to sign. That's what they do with a warrant or summons, I believe. It might just be a summons. It might be a warrant and a summons. I'm sure. I know it's a summons though. Well, no, a warrant. I guess they would arrest. I don't know. I think it depends. On the circumstances, there's too much involved in that. But a summons, yeah, that's what they said they do when they tried to serve me my summons not too long ago. But again, this stop started at 11:52 a.m. p.m. I'm sorry, and it's now 12:22 a.m. So it's been a half hour. The stop has been going on for a half hour. Again, I'm not sure why they stopped him yet. I'm not sure what they're doing. They're just looking in there. It looks like they might be putting his hand in the vehicle. He was just jerking. Oh, he just forced the door open, I think. Uh-oh. He just forced the door open. They might be about to arrest him. That's not good. Yeah, I think they're about to arrest this guy. They just went in the vehicle. Running around the side. Can't really see anything with the lights. They seem to be arresting him. Yeah, they're arresting him. He's not resisting. They're arresting him. He's not resisting. So they're saying he's resisting. He's not. He's letting them arrest him. He seems to be saying he didn't do anything.
I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. You guys are very impressed.
The man claims they're harassing him. The man claims they're harassing him. Again, the stop started at 10:52. I'm not sure what the reason was. I'll find out later. For DC 5136. This man is getting arrested. I'm not sure what. I know the stop took 30 minutes. Depending on the circumstances, it might be lawful. It might not be. I don't know. I saw they forced entry. They might have waited a long time to see if he would like not make them have to go through all that. I'm not entirely sure. I'll try to find out later. I have the time and all. No shots fired, fortunately. So this gentleman was just arrested. I'm not entirely sure why. There's another officer's cruiser right there, and somebody's. Oh, I don't know who that is. They better keep on going. There's another officer. There's two vehicles. I think they're going to whatever the hell was going to. They're all looking at his vehicle. So let me make sure they don't do anything. Look at this guy on the wheelie going the wrong way on a one-way street, and they don't care. Let's see. So I'm gonna make sure. I don't know. They're going through his vehicle. I don't know why they're searching through his vehicle. I guess since they've arrested him, they believe they have probable cause. Let me stay out of the way here. There's a woman that seems to have gone up. She looks like she may be pregnant. She has a bit of a bump. She's walking up to the officer. They're still searching through his vehicle. God, it's bright though. This woman, like I said, just went up to the officer, speaking with him over there. They're going through his vehicle now. I again don't know why he was arrested or why the stop started, but the stop started at 11:52 p.m. The second officer arrived at about 10 minutes later, and then in total the stop, well, before he was arrested, took about half an hour, a little more, like 32, 33 minutes. Now they're looking through his vehicle, and some woman arrived and is speaking with the officer, one of the officers over there off to the side. And again, the officer's going through his vehicle. I had never ascertained the original cause for the stop. I doubt they'll tell me if I ask them. Well, obviously I'm not going to ask them right now because they're busy. But they're definitely looking through his vehicle. I'm not sure if they expect to find drugs or... Oh, they just went in his trunk. But I'm not sure yet if they found anything or not found anything. I know they're still searching. And a gentleman was arrested. A woman is speaking to the officer now. She may know that gentleman. They forced entry into the vehicle. I guess he initially would not open the door for them. They were here for about a half hour prior to that. I'm not sure if the delay was because he wouldn't come out and they didn't want to have to force open the door and they were giving him an opportunity, or if it was a bullshit stop. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. I just know it was about half an hour before they forced open the door. They're going through his vehicle now, searching, I guess, different sections and going through the trunk, the front doors, the back seat, and interior of the vehicle. This woman over here is still speaking with the officer. There was another officer that walked up to them and is speaking as well with the woman. These officers are still going through the vehicle. For this gentleman's sake, I hope the stop was bullshit and I hope they don't find anything. That's best case scenario for him. Worst case scenario for him, I guess, is they find something, contraband of some sort, and he gets charged with it, and it was a legitimate stop and he's boned. I guess those are the two scenarios that could play out. Again, I don't know the gentleman's name. I don't know why they stopped him. I just know, again, the stop started at 11:52 p.m. The second officer arrived at roughly 12:02 a.m. And then another officer arrived at some point, another vehicle, cruiser, and more officers arrived. And now there seems to be 4 officers in obvious sight 1, 2, 3, 4. There's probably more in total. I would guess 4 to 6 officers, and they're doing searches. Though I am kind of concerned because I swear they get more officers than this for me for the most basic stuff, and obviously they're searching his car and everything. God damn it! They keep shining the light in my eye. It's really annoying. I wonder if it's intentional. I don't know, but oh man, I can't see. 1 second. Seeing little spots in front of my eyes. But yeah, I don't know why the stop originally happened. I just saw the blue lights and I came to check it out. The gentleman was speaking to them from his vehicle, and I don't know, I guess he wouldn't come out. That's what I'm getting. The only reason I guess they would delay it like that because it didn't seem they brought a canine unit in because I didn't see a dog, which is kind of odd actually. So hopefully they didn't find anything. That would be the best case scenario for this gentleman, as if they did not find anything.
They love my ass. They just want me to put a. They want me to write a piece of chalk on the
I'd rather see him get locked up instead of me.
I don't understand. I didn't understand you, sir. I'm sorry.
No,
Well, you know why they stopped him?
not me. There's something, the female.
They stopped the female. The female right there?
Oh,
What does she have to do with this guy?
what do you got when it comes to cops?
Huh?
I said, what do you got when you come to cops?
What do I got?
I said, they make up anything.
I know. That's why you got to document everything so you can make sure.
Because, look, I'm going to start top of my head because it's the cops. So when it comes to them, I ain't got 2 words to conversation.
Nah, I hear you. They lie. That's why you got to document everything, record them. But so does everybody. They're people just like everybody else, and people lie sometimes, sadly. So it's good to document these types of situations for the safety of everybody involved, the officers, the individuals being apprehended, the witnesses, everybody. I didn't see them grab anything out of the car or find anything. That doesn't mean they did not. This officer is leaving. Again, I don't know why this female is standing here talking to the officer. He might have some relation to the individual who was arrested and is in the vehicle. I don't see that there were any. They may have found something in the vehicle and see something, but I didn't see anything seized or found or them find anything. But I'm sitting back here. I'm not up close. And again, the original stop that I saw was at 11:52 p.m. The second officer arrived at 12:02 a.m. and by around 12:24 they had forced entry into the vehicle. 12:22, 23:04, somewhere around that. They forced entry into the vehicle. They arrested the individual and then they searched the vehicle while he was in the police cruiser. I heard him say something about a taillight being broken, so they pulled him over a taillight. Is that what I hear? That he got pulled over a taillight. So it sounds like it may have been over a taillight. Did they tell you the original cause for that stop?
Yeah, my brake lights.
Lights?
Did you record the whole thing?
Yeah, I got the whole thing. Yeah, it started at 11:52. The stop started. I don't know why they stopped him. I'm out here. I was looking. I didn't see any.
Right.
I didn't see anything. So I didn't see any reason to stop. He was in the car. He was talking to them at about 12:02 a.m., which is about 10 minutes later. The second officer arrived.
Okay.
So they wasn't there originally.
Okay.
He continued to talk. 20 minutes in,
You called for backup or something?
there was another cop that arrived, and about half an hour they forced entry into the vehicle. I don't know why. I just know he wouldn't come out. I guess I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, but
Was
I
there
did.
any like force or anything you used or anything?
I mean, they just
they just basically forced that door open right there on the upper,
He
the
was
right.
still sitting in the driver's seat.
Yeah, he was still sitting in the driver's seat. They forced that door open, and then they went in there, and I guess they arrested him. He put out. He said he kept telling him stop resisting. He said he's not resisting. I didn't see him resisting.
Okay.
Then they searched the vehicle. I didn't see them take anything out of it. I don't know if they did or didn't. I just didn't see them take anything. So I don't know if they found anything or not found anything. They didn't find anything, and it turns out, I mean, that light stuff, that's nonsense. That I was wondering what the stop was for. So all this over a brake light.
Right.
You know, how much money do you think it costs the taxpayers for them to sit here over a brake light? And why is he in the vehicle? Like, what's that about?
Apparently they claim that if he's arrested, they have the right to go through that. I've never heard that.
But what is he arrested for?
For not identifying himself.
For not identifying himself?
Right. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. I appreciate that. So the man was apparently arrested for not identifying himself for allegations that he had a broken brake light. A broken light. So all of this man was arrested. Let me get in the grass here so I'm not on the sidewalk. So this man was arrested, stopped over a broken brake light or a broken light, some sort of equipment. They wasted the taxpayers' dollars. Look at all these officers here. And they arrested this man so they could search his vehicle. To my knowledge, they didn't find anything. Judging by all these white officers and this African-American man, I think there may have been some racial intent here. There may have been some racial profiling, because I didn't see them find anything in his car. They're telling me broken equipment, and because he refused to identify himself? Oh, that sounds like nonsense. That sounds like nonsense. These officers should be ashamed of themselves. Let me go get these officers' license plate numbers, because they should be ashamed of themselves. They should be absolutely ashamed of themselves, wasting the taxpayers' dollars and time. Wasting the taxpayer dollars and time over some nonsense like that. Arrested this man over broken equipment. Broken equipment for not identifying himself over broken equipment. He was probably scared. The way they're surrounding him, I would have been scared. They go to both doors. This is MG0998. That's the police cruiser. Do you have your name and badge number, sir? Are you refusing to identify? First Amendment. Are you refusing to identify, officer? Okay, this officer refused to identify. That's MG0998. He refused to identify. 213 is the number listed on the cruiser. 213. This officer refused to identify. He refused to identify at 12:36 a.m. on September 6th. That's bullshit, man.
It's just because we covered it. You see how we covered it with the plastic dip? It's a peel off shit.
So what is it? What's covered?
It's called plastic dip. We just covered it, and you can still see through. You can still see the red, but it's not as clear, not as bright.
So
that's originally what.
So that was what it stopped. Is that legal? I mean, is that illegal, or like you don't know?
That's what I said. I've never heard anything.
Was it put on professionally, or did somebody just put it on there?
No, just put it on there because you can buy it at AutoZone.
Yeah, you can buy this at AutoZone. What they pulled this gentleman over for, you can buy at AutoZone. And it's intended for that purpose. So, this man got pulled over for something you can buy at AutoZone. They held the stop up for half an hour. Forced entry. Claimed he was resisting when he was not initially. Luckily, I was recording, so they can't try any nonsense. And then apparently the original stop was for this, which you can buy at AutoZone, in which they arrested him for not identifying himself. Did he give his name or identify? Like, did he give anything, or you wouldn't know? You weren't here. Yeah, I was here. I couldn't hear anything. I was sitting on the porch at first. But I got the whole thing. It's 34 minutes in now. I got a couple minutes prior to that, but I was trying to figure out what the hell they were stopping him for, because I couldn't see anything directly, and I didn't hear them saying anything. They just delayed it. I think they wanted to search his vehicle, honestly. Basically. That was because they searched immediately, and I didn't see him find. As far as I know, they didn't find shit.
Right, exactly.
Which is so. Yeah, I mean, I've had problems with this department before, so that's why I do this. I've actually recorded them in public before, and they got a judge to give a court order not to record them, which is a blatant violation of the First Amendment. The Judge Thomas of the district court said, it's in a transcript now, it's on the record, that he banned me from bringing my phone in the courthouse, just assuming that I might record in the courthouse, which I never have. And then he cited me recording the police out in public as part of his reasoning.
Really?
Yeah, that was a judge of this district court. That's how this county is. So I'm in the middle of a legal spat with them. So stuff like this, I see it all the time from them. They're racist, they're hateful, they're bigots, they're backwoods, dumb fuck idiots, and honestly, we don't need them. I mean, it costs them the taxpayers pay $14.4 million. That's what Mayor Bob Rucci said, $14.4 million a year on these police. And this is what they do. They waste time on this kind of nonsense.
It's crazy.
But good luck to you, and I hope you have a nice day.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
was going to ask you for the information for that video because
oh.
I'm going to get him an attorney.
Yeah. It should be live streamed. It should be on my YouTube page.
Okay, what's your YouTube page?
HTTP.
Because I took down all their badge names.
Yeah, one officer wouldn't give me. He refused to identify as well, and I didn't even do anything.
Because it's you.
Well, that's not an excuse. That's actually that's a violation of the 14th Amendment. But just because it's me, the 14th Amendment grants equal protection of the laws. So it's whatever. Yeah, it is good. You got it.
HTTP.
Colon / www.youtube.com /XSQUADER
XSQUADER
@gmail.com, and you'll see some. I mean, I'm sorry, that is my email. It's attached to my YouTube, to be fair, so I always have to log in with that. Yeah.
So /X Squatter.
Yeah, yeah, it's like
sorry.
that. Well, I mean, a few people upload on it, but
Okay. Perfect.
it's got different police stuff and stuff from they do, because this isn't the first time they've done stuff like this.
Okay. I appreciate it.
You have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, good luck with this. This
And
seems like a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, something like that. I don't think that goes all the way. But I have to find a place to use my car.
And again, apparently this gentleman was arrested because he refused to identify. This is what I was told, because he got stopped because of something you can buy at AutoZone. I guess it's some blacking you put over the lights. You can still see the lights through them. It just makes them not as bright. I don't know if that's valid. I mean, if that's legal, then I don't know if they'll have a leg to stand on it in court. I know that one officer refused to identify, and he looked awfully butthurt. Well, do your job. Anyway, this is me checking out. Y'all have a good day. Later.